Welcome back to another podcast with the School Smarties.
Today we're going to be talking about what it's like to be in yearbook.
Hi there, I'm your host Lila Hallahan.
And I'm your co-host Kyle Blevins.
Stay tuned. We have a special guest who I will be interviewing towards the end of today's podcast.
Let's jump straight into it.
First of all, I personally think that yearbook is a good class to take if you're looking to use your creativity and get to know people better.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's also a place to learn and ask questions without getting judged for what you say.
Everyone votes for you.
Okay, Lila, I know you're the host, but I will be asking you a couple of questions for today's podcast.
Okay, whenever you're ready.
All right, first question. How do you feel about giving interviews?
To my mind, giving interviews can be a little bit challenging depending on the person you pick, what class they're in, and what they do at school.
And what do you mean by that?
It can be hard if they don't do any sports or if they aren't ever at school. Also, some teachers don't like it when you bring their students out of class for too long.
I understand. That can be really frustrating.
Thank you for giving me the chance to answer a question.
Yeah, of course.
Let me think of something to ask you. How do you feel about coverage?
I feel alright about it. We have a lot of time to do it, though.
I know, but sometimes it feels like we don't have enough time or even space on our pages.
I know. Sometimes I could waste my time doing nothing. Anyways, should we invite our guest?
Yes, of course. Let's bring her in.
Hello.
Hi there. Who do we have with us today?
Hi, my name's Sophia Solorio.
Hi, Sophia. Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Your first question is, what made you join yearbook?
Well, what made me join yearbook was I wanted to get people that didn't get a lot of coverage last year into the yearbook, and also interviews and taking photos are really fun.
Nice. All right. What are some struggles about meeting deadlines, if there are any?
Well, some struggles is that you forget when your deadline is because there's quite a lot of them, but if you just get your work done in class, it shouldn't be a struggle.
Okay. Can you describe your typical day in a yearbook class? What do you do most of your time?
Well, I got to finish some assignments for yearbook, like certain things to get done, but I work on page layouts, getting coverage done, and tagging people.
Okay. Do you think people will like the yearbook this year?
I think people will. It's just the theme that we chose, some people might disagree.
I agree. What is the most rewarding thing about creating the yearbook?
The fact that you created a book of people and getting stuff done.
What is your favorite thing to take pictures for and why?
My favorite thing to take pictures for is probably either assemblies or when like certain basketball shots.
Nice. When you're done with your work, what do you normally do?
Well, you don't really get done with your work in your book most of the time. You still have things to do. But if I'm done with a certain assignment, I'll tag people in the yearbook or talk to my friends.
Nice. Do you think that you'll do yearbook next year?
I think I'll do yearbook next year because it's a really fun class, but also can be stressful at times.
I agree. How many pages in the yearbook do you have, and would it be better if you had less or more?
I have 6 pages in the yearbook this year. I think it would be a little nice to have a little less, but it also gives you a little bit of a challenge to have a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Without saying the yearbook theme, do you like the theme our class picked?
It's not my favorite theme this year. I feel like we could have done something a little different, but I think how the way it's turning out in the yearbook, it looks nice.
Yes, I totally agree. How do you decide what images you're putting on your page?
I decide the images by whatever was the best shot and also coverage-wise to see so not the same people are getting repeated in the yearbook so many times.
Good job. If there's anything you could change about our school's yearbook class, what would it be?
A little bit more of like structure on like what type of theme we have and like almost like a Pinterest board of like the design of what we're doing.
Nice. Okay. I would definitely change that too. But I'm really sorry for taking up your time. But last and final question. What advice would you give to someone who is either starting or wants to be in yearbook?
My advice that I would give to you is always be prepared because new obstacles could come in anytime, any place. Also, make sure you're not like getting behind on work because you'll never be able to catch that back up. But all in all, it's a really good class and I suggest that you join.
Alrighty, thank you so much for connecting with us.
You're welcome.
See you around.
Bye-bye.
Hey listeners,
I'd like to give a special thanks to our guest Sophia Solorio for joining us.
and a big thanks to you too,
We hope you listen to next week's podcast.
and for ones to come.
One last time, thank you for joining us on the School Smarties.